gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Steelers, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Flushed out right. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Back at the 38-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Gain of 12 brings up third down and
from midfield now, Haskins. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
At the 40-yard line.
They go play action now. Haskins. Open man. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Tight here. Down on the field, Juju Smith-Schuster. And everybody on that sideline holding their breath. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 tight ends up front here. Third and goal. Try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. He'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And here's Jackson on the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson running again. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
Well, his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 1-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And this time he is in. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Ravens 14, Steelers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
To number 18.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Wow. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Steelers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Johnson with a completion over the middle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Eluding the Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. It's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Watkins the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Steelers take over first and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The Steelers' 11-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 28-yard.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Steelers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Down at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And he'll be hit. And that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on? And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now they try the right side here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down and long.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. And he connects with Ebron. Past the 20. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron. His 11th touchdown of the year. Then the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point afters have been good, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. Big for them.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Rolling to his right. Able to hit his target, Claypool. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Tucker lining up for the extra point.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to the air. Haskins after the pick six. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Now this throw complete to Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
62. Steelers 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They go play action with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.